and resu ye gugu ye
be gu trouble
be gu papa ma ewie mu adwo na ewie mu ose be 1 week ni ewie ani ewie mu ose no na too much nti yankopon de ni bibia obe bia no nti ase o nti nso no to sei no emu adwo amaye no nyu bia nso na nya ne saa obi wo hono mukra na flooding issue asi e woni area amazisi o sorry anopai onya ba bia mfa nso eja obade adaroma ye de ode akyeye na yetimi asori aba betina ha ne ye ba bidin komo wadaroma na ese ye de aseda manyame na ye ode abedru no ye dana se wo ti apomu de eye nneema ekoyie ewo ya titinem because ahwe ne adenam
na trouble inside what to say MPP inside the trouble constituency
bibia koso kama on say reform so ayaye wi asisi no baby ejina ne se nyame ya adoma 31st January no yebekwa akoyi kandenia obeba be di party nanim na yetimi abomodin se nyame be ya adom na yetimi agitumi free NDC for onsem party ne de akwa supporting basis ubia na ubia o support ye oba Trubo Brian Champon ewo ho oba Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia ewo ho in fact oba Trubo dia Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia ade a wo soro pa yi ewo Trubo Brian Champon ono nso ofo so ono nso benya vote na kakra ewo Trubo na Yura Kennedy ohine Japan ono nso ogiram obaye honuma this 2-3 candidates na omo wa hoden ewo constituency no mu pa nti
na so wo so tubi
emi tubi
otu aba wo se no otu akonifa na otu akobemko
first na de me ba ha no nse me declare me stand but party na keden hihye bi aba se oye constituency officer regional officer in fact who do position bi ani kwa so oye open campaign and the ma candidate bia but first na no mo for directives na ma ene de na me ba na me wo ba bia me gina ba me mpese me repeat ba bia me gina obi ani ba bia me gina dada ba open campaign de yese constituency executives na ada executives no ma yenye open campaign ti the best candidate no e be win na yenim se party no enim de na wo nim se mprimprin ya yegina ho de esese yehwe candidate obetimi egina brane waka party na bom na watimi agitumi amaye eno nso de party fo ni nyina no enimu a 31st January no be decide no mo de na esefata de ama party no nti bibi ekoyi wo Trubo me chia me MP so honorable Gloria Owusu me former boss that's why I am a boss a municipal chief executive for Ganof former honorable Simon Sechin baby obia no me chia na no pay party for nyina polling station executive electoral area coordinators constituency executives and obi a wo hwe bia no me chia o mo no pay
and after the election of Mobako Nyame Adumu on the 31st no Muria afina Aero polling station as executive
yes in fact
area coordinators na constituency na about region na say about national
sa pepe sana etie top down approach no na ye
for the Flabberry
yes nti ye no wi a afei na ye ba be start polling station executives na aba electoral area coordinators na aba constituency executive na aba regional executive and sa na aba national executive nti no ohwe nti ya matina from February ekopim July August na say ye wi ni nyina
February to August
ye be wi ni nyina
to national
ni nyina sata ni bidu ye ni nyina na fe ye nya solid team ye dey ba be face 2020 yes nti no next year na dey packed programs ni nyina ye packed because why anya ntemu a and don't forget to say ya amendment kakra or your constitution and to say first na there was police time obetimi say numbers and those until ya me ya doma yinya to 31st January ni we are na chese action na start proper action na nkasa a start na fe yetimi enya
until within the trouble ba national na ba regional na say ba constituency
regional ne de nse me mpendimfo bi ade a na omu push me say memra for regional youth organizer no and I say regional organizer
but say regional youth no be answer dan twin it is
me am a boss or me former boss ana me any deputy or me constituency Mandela Wiafe so no so be deputy to Moses Abo say ono and ono so called regional youth organizer and one o say
Obelusu
I don't know cause
enye omwana ehwe election ya ye for 2024
or your deputy and unim say your party no
yantubaze or your deputy or boss on a boss na na omo hwe ni nyina na omo ye election ni nyina regional
so don't forget
obi ti say divine agohun oba so osabe contest chairman na two kra wonya two see wonya say ne mama ya say in fact the whole Greater Accra mo wie na mo sita aka Greater Accra 3 mianza trouble ana mo tumi wini nje ani mo amugu ono ye betumi aka say yes mo boy djuma 2 ana ye o kankwe friends miami nipa Patrick Boama ho no ana last one no anyaso tu asa and she say what supervise election
34 constituencies
not 34 constituencies ono ukitemu 3 the entity yansa fama yanfa to me ma o say sakoko super no it is logic
what say wadwe na respecting views no but obi antimi anwini kura na nya Mandela Wiafe
want to anwini there
obi antimi anwini regional executives no mbe yi omuti no obi antimi anwini kura na nya Mandela Wiafe as regional youth organizer the constituency executives no e ade o ye hard working person omo penasem and don't forget
it should translate into vote.
Yes, and don't forget to say I'm saying here he was a deputy to Moses Abo and Moses Abo resigned ekokopre MP position one Henry Cote. If you want to know, so that's why I'm saying Yamotrema Meno. One more man may substantive youth organizer. Still, I know one will be man deputizing the Pakro. I have friend Chumesi. He was a former treasurer, financial secretary. And woman then a Batman Mandela Mumuno be deputizing. So Mandela na nkasa still ano. Abro or region na nkasa na ota obiechi. One no ho sa what I say ti ye na Moses Aboko ye no and you push as deputy youth organizer man be take substantive position in there and na enema course and you koye dia ka me no be ya adwen won e wo ka no but ono no support will be was
deputy dia na unya re fa so
yes sometimes your party nin hye no sa na tie say we
ye deputy ni fair. Oh, because we have seen deputies in NDC. Obitiza Malik Basintali, no a deputy.
Yes.
And so you.
It was a deputy in communication. Yes.
But more or less like that. No, when they give you a free rule, say fire Juma, you can neutralize it. I'll bet me the Abu Juma. Oh no, you man a free rule. No, I'm castle. Oh, you deputy. Oh no, deputize you will be. What I say. So you take instruction from a boss. The boss beka say ye no eno na abekwa akoye nti me my deputy da nti na mka cho say na me deputy me boss na Mandela o Trobo constituency and you see enye communication amede eba be wura mu a kanya de obi a be mu effectiveness e wo me constituency yes but me ye fast na be wura mu e wo communication side and na ma metimi epedia so me substantive youth organizer and I was the only person in the highest vote 100,259 and the total number near 1,005 as I say so yes because of that na manfo hu adwuma me ye and na metimi wi ni ye enti no e person ye gina mu wo na for one term come organizer say you know me move from youth to organization team
so I want to become the the organizational head so that
constituency
yes so that meet me ama wings na ba be effect
and Mandela no every region
yes or no we move from the constituency
yeah heard the society body hono befa yeah boko de
nyamia dom I think say that be a sorry na I say the asedama twedin panyakopon say wasande da fofra sanche na me nkoso mo abaso da bia sorry betena ha ebo oman no hu dawru Ghana can continue then da bia we sa na think say me ba no me the special message be the bema contractor na we adwuma wo amasaman because kwan say I think say Ghana ha no enye mistakes nko na de bia be kan wasem obi ya ade a say bon abaso we hwe the progress of the work na I think say I saw a need bon abaso ne ya ka kira other contractors say they should take you wo hwe ade ade enye okuruma pa road traffic na ye kwan no eni nyina ka ho na ma first na bi bisa drivers had near T petrol so be ka cho say kwan na nye spare parts buy day but enye good roads I think say you better have a different conversation ti mani aje pa kai I think the end of this year okay demonstrations and na course of e ma o ka say o raise certificate say o pesca bene scanning the enko e ko to yera ato forcing how they got down the excellency John Dramani Mahama no e mu tuas can raise 3 certificates amounting to about 875 million Ghana cedis ye tua contract about me tua still ana work na dey e ko slow but o hwe ne dey na I think say the pace at which ajuma kono is louder but I think say the term motor we contract and so dey yeah there because they be a mefa kwan so bia na da de be chim bia na obefa kwan who say improvement dey e baso and China ni be catch so person who developer or say first of all build your road and that is very tricky yeah medical canon na masanso I wish me bra say also person call organizer there I wish him well but MPP for no I think say there's something once you give me bra committee ni pa until at one point no boom say na his excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia be catch say me vice no me the policies be 33 in the buy me na me the most effective vice president since Fourth Republic na dey buy ye dey no corner and say hey now we vice president that we effective in there e ba na say na emergency mu no catch say I was only the drivers meet then na mati MP before mu position about deputy because the okano who the co-president that means the vice president the deputy me boy ntinu drivers bid na his excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kan and then na mati as he pass in the MPP structure no e only portfolio because say who me now what deputy you take decisions together of course the bar stop at the boss no but then onye is not a unilateral decision and isolation you do it together. And I don't see why I say your dear Jumabeshe Munsem, na say be a Juman Mufelia. The deputy want to isolate himself. Now boss no quite taking a blame. Now he say if the applause come, will the deputy also do the same? I mean, I think say we should begin to give respect to deputy positions, no. I mean, last me be so be say the Moses vice president a driver's meter. Yet the vice president position too, near the running a finance minister too say two bra for some coffers I two na the end of between for some coffer. No catch them the vice president I'm saying komo catch say constitution and my vice president any rule bia but then no two bra for bra constitution a clear definition of as of how a finance minister can work no one two for some cover finance minister ni mo ka so go there on cover for a vice president we should not belittle these things the vice president is the second most powerful person of our land me boana intino deputy you said there you when they blame the bar munya munjimbom abasobona so ba munyamwede munyemu but like me Canadian also know the communication realm and he's doing well and I'll continue to wish him well say organization now
constituency no be na Mandela no na
well no
Mandela
say the father
o regional ju me say omo regional juma on Greater Accra share chairman no kura contest kura 2 say
yeah because me kai 2016 no show progress numbers no more Greater Accra and by behind there but you see me I'm not speaking for omom years substantive bosses no more but say abani performance near bad I don't know the magic original you by there
but no crane say on original officer no the mabani position on mabani performance and obeka say yen to abani man on be original officer no ba obetumi ama the regional officer your main aim is to say we win seats ama party in the region.
Well, I mean,
look, it doesn't matter what happens. You know the performance of your government.
Yeah, it's a fair statement. I understand.
Issue no crana. A cut across. And yet isolated.
Oh, that be a cut across. Me. I have deputy CEOs.
Yes.
I'm more buying with one.
Yes.
Anna, Bakubida, we didn't come on. I'm sure. Tell me, Kuradi, I buy me ban on mommy deputy. Hey, Massa, deputy, nya Bakuda, young deputy. Because Uko nya boss beer, Sebia, a union juma. But second Japan kind so that was deputy minister beer. Paper crown fan table sukrada for the 4 years and not now. Into or we were in this country and Tony Cabo complains of the deputy rose minister. In fact, in Kansas, one paper crown fan table.
No, but you see, the Okana Yampa is true. But the point is say, one said, get a bed Yamagana for this has didn't say. A coye dia, o de mouth. But say, mistake nobody, no person. Once Eddie, because for instance, so we catch us so we are drivers mates, and this should be her. It didn't just a more that's the extension of a year. Or person we are parity of reason, and the Okan does the logical meaning. Yeah. But then, no, as I can be catch say, police is Maku better to trade their men and the buy. So, Mene na Wunya Sakonyano. And at what point in time will you also sabotage? These are the legitimate questions the Ghanaian person asks you.
But I say.
So that's it. Me near bring one person you mischief at the deputy kofa vice president near the vice president and was a man rule so own play as vice president and man a boss and what the ideas and the policy and the man a boss will say sadi we ya ebeboa na the boss will so about to say yes but we an a boa ma 1 2 3 4 5 what the actual problem member hold on yeah mami Jina na to this here. Ono so betimi anya solid policy a obetimi de ama era John Dramani Mahama says ade we de ye betimi aboa wo man. Akire no o mampani betimi aka say policy we ya me de ba ye de me vice president na and the ma me ye. It doesn't take away say or no vice president and etimia think outside the boss and the BB aboa or mine but the boss will implement it ye council and the boss will applaud ni nyina no ebe ma no but say in case say na e kwa kope position bi a minim say matete say ono so o president ni bi adi na say nyame ya adom no oba nti obeye vice president no on kira de oyeye obekira de oyeye so Dr. Mamadou Bawumia abeye vice president no say me supervise me the saniama we aba what is your problem
any problem
bi enu one say obebo na ba so na yetimi ahye other vice
yes omun kran so
omun so ba omun modern so omun so betimi aboa omun boss no no man na timi atum
mente wase
one day so boss no pan out me boa no
that's all no, but that's former president your president Yewura John Dramani Mahama abra no your vice the same thing one no be ka say eniema bebre wo hono ma Yewura Mills e ma no opportunity no e ma na ye what you say enti the same oboa yamfa vice president because in the absence of president no una will take you over so o pedigree no ya the president no yes so, it's not out of bounds to say president betimi vice president betimi again this initiatives in nyina
perfect you can nyina yampa me nka say you but I'm telling you say when problem le ba you don't level it all at your boss it your boss no kwa so are you telling me say tama you can say ko haircut ba me to Nana Dufo na so what me told for say the intro probability ba any there ya the papa na Ghana for so say 11 ya the papa
now to no president no fa bende
no but in leadership no only say one of the qualities they say here say them say you talk say okay you person to anyway you can disagree I can the two of us agree the two abani we are let's say 2 against 1 now that decision
the majority take the vote
good it is
a collective decision
good you don't
but the truth is that even it's a collective decision you know there are decisions Parliament take, and the minority will tell you that yes, Parliament will take the decision. It binds all of us, but the truth is that we have made our stance known.
See, that's different. Parliament, there's a clear minority and then there's clear majority. So there are some policies that you timidly communicate free. Say NDC and I say MPP say Moma don't say this is your stand. But here no, the vice president and the president have a lot of similarities. yes and so do mo ba no me di mani so yes and so do mo ba no ye ka che ye ma eti ase say ye di asuma say ba because of say o hwe ne nyansa ewo ABCD especially the economy enintina no onye MPP ni no me ko twini free Bank of Ghana say o meta machi na ye mfa Ghana se kan de entutu aye enti wo ba na se niema nko yi a wo mbegyina pimpe so nka nche me ne wo say oh yes sir okay say drivers may see you two for 3 days to elections or 5 days cry
you na ba omi ana kan
one kind
obi na kan
oh
ma me ko so
what that one the car asem no ba me o ka say you be too
in fact o ko time pito ya
okay enti
yanko wasi no so nkola itro wasi wi resource ba bonten krofo bebre na kasa fa there are people who say oh abana anya de abano because of no fee stress until or feli nkorano and of course say look this is the great performance of the children na momo time na mota to apoma nkorano until nkorano no motumi etwa there was a headmistress or Ahantaman Senior High School eka say onograde akoda bi by oyi 14 from BEC akoda ne ba secondary school na ne din nkora no ntwe ntro. An inquiry went into it and realized the teacher be a friend teacher Techi Onuna Ochron BEC man now what me train 14. So teacher practical what me actually 14. What is it that the minority think that it is not going well in Tia and Kwadano and to me enter the way I was almost with
that's it. Sa example ya de my you see sometimes you know yet o man mu na say issues be ba say ya yen share solutions na yenya bring games you know 220,000 nkwalawo and one akwa wasi a omo ntimi ampase 200,000 half of population na kotre and so no half of Philly. And see, are you saying that the free SHS is so bad to the extent say you be kwa kotre and so I'm a half of population na e kotre and so na lusu yenhwe abra yura John Dramani Mahama ne Jina na wo ho a wo educational minister 72% omo failure satan na free SHS wo na free SHS ni ho you cannot blame the free SHS the omo performance and won't even fan konkoto free SHS so because you were evidence say satan mo na free SHS ni wo no enkwala ni bi kotwere nso hwe a omo no so almost 72% omo nso ampase call subject I say so mutimi de ko omo anim so ade na aba no me ankasa no my shock say you can say the politics in remu pa you be cancel na put to blame games in ama this current government omo nso be omo adwen so omo equalize e de no nso abre ye back going forward back and front no solution be na de beba so I think say for now no say education minister any empanimfo a omo can be a woman when it comes to the educational front na omo hwe say yetimi tena se na de measures bi go say are we allowing these kids say omo be sa akwa twere biem and now what is the way forward eno na hia na say free SHS no na amwa say no na amwa eno no ye out because mama we instance say as without free SHS abra na free SHS exist no enkwala no kotwe exams almost 72% omo failure almost 20 million ko omo anim so to me there I think say yen hwe kwan a ye befa so a ye bema enkwala no atwere biem na if there is any proper measures bi wo hono ma because akwala ni teacher ni akwa exams ama no emfiri ho na emfiri ho chena ekoso de bia minimum obi a ono no teacher ni no oye otwere exams ni ya no the paper na akoto akwala ni no wapie akwala ni kura pen te ho saa wi a stop work no the paper no ko eso no ana atwere entwamu da vigilators na omo ho no omo nso omo asede nsai omo ankasa kura nso timi compromise omo ho twere exams na de mankwala ye construct omo ye mo omo scam omo ye saa de no so let's look at the way forward
and stop the politics because ɛyɛ nkwalaa ne daakye ne yɛdidi agorɔ sɛ mete me ka kyerɛ wo sɛ mema wo instances bebree a ɛbɛyɛ politics so politics ne yɛyɛ wie a dɛn na de bɛbrɛ NPP and I NDC na ye nyina me ne me nua tie ye betwe ni time me make sure say me the solid argument be go on mo e be kire say e omo ten na yi omo modern mo omo amo na ama nkwala na feel ono nso nye opportunity na ono nso be ye same what's the way forward the way forward dey ko enim ne say people are of the view say ye John Dramani Mahama free tertiary way no level 100 way na or dey ba no the number na e ko ne doso enti na ono nso deliberately one cut some of the core subjects no one now to social studies you social studies meaning how to social studies who dey come back na ko say who control social studies and kwala betimi but because of core subjects no social studies count no almost 197,000 people actually social studies. How?
F9.
Me won't be that. Me be grada. Enti issue no ye issue esase ye trans na ye set committee ni ye hwehwem na ye hwe de de sa atorenchem we bae rather than say ye de beba be politics aye MPP NDC na nkwala na omo aye affected no the way forward for them na any de anyi kohwe awofo efie bi mo nyuyo say ne ba watiti ne more room apart from 3 SHS no enkwala no make sure say ne ba provisions ni ade nyina no e be kwa makwala na timi pass no watimi akona nim yewura John Dramani Mahama so de ode ba yi ne de say ne ba ne pass SHS na or call university e ho no pressure bi ani no so for first year no eno so ya absorb sa pressure no afiri no so nti wo dwen say akola ne second year no eno no oba be bon ho bra ana so oba be take responsibility na akoba ni say ya I think say e so bad nti the education minister no put up on setting up committee na yen hwehwem because I think say president we buy or the educational reform ayi buy yenya report no say say because free SHS na ankasa no yewura ka so obey reforms no say na eko but me dey particularly no this results na aba no dey ade a enwanwa odwen ho a wonte ase nti omoma yenhwehwem na yenhwe kwae a yebetimi afa so a yebetimi asolve issue na ye dey politics a dache emwa nye de bia na yebeba betena anu ma ye MPP NDC sa then the mass na omo wo no so fa emwa ma oman chechire ne yanku yenim nti omo set committee na yenhwehwem na yenhu ne de sa problem we no e ba na free SHS ne de e solid policy a a good policy aba beboa wo man no a esese ye hwe ne ye ne yie se ne be ya ye benya mfasode bebre afiri mu
the issue of Nkoda not passing, should we blame it solely on the ministry teachers no knowing very well say this time around who go school the various secondary schools, one of the things I mean one say Nkoda no they are not learning. They are, in fact, you go school na in phone. In fact, me I graduate a small good phone call, but then they are young. Until now, they able to me, I make a stand a free night call by. Today, na Junkwani, you to me a call near the other. This time around, you see kids. Now, a school no crano. Video on we had the better abonting. Yeah, bow, and here we go sack at them. You go, just say.
we go take at them.
At the last, you know, the girl herself made that comment and say mathematics results no bad. Then they will see say they will fail at them. And they knew what they have written. Say, where dear, uncle ye. What do we do? Because we share statistics are your friend say Edwatch Ediaba was it reasons I was it what are the top reasons for the low rates, the low pass rate in 2024 was it? First, or say street invigilation, and the invigilation, street invigilation, or say amounted to about 47.20%. Or say poor preparation of the student towards examination is 82.10%. He says that no questions and answer leakage for me 30.74%, and was say difficult questions 22.24%, and I think so other or say other regions which are specifics so amounted to 24.59%. And according to EduWatch, these are the reasoning here. And say man kodano a failure. What can we do as people? Do we need to go back? Say yebeka say en kodano ye mo mfafo no me school biom en kan ye say kwade ye so ko school no mu a akodano oye bibia ye ntwe mo no omo makwa ma. What can we do?
Yeah, intina meka say aban de ye de niam bi jawa na de aso Ira John Dramani Mahama Kasobe educational reform, even especially free SHS no. Na dachi. Me ena make a choice and some bi we see enye normal. Ye nyina ye quarter exams. Elective mass no ko we. Get anything.
Elective na dey chain call.
And so almost all the students are passing elective.
But also omo passing electives no. These are probably science students, right? Once a science student, the elective maths is a compulsory amount. Me go school na me I did general art. General art me for economic, geography, and elective maths. And the business students, most of them also do elective maths. But the core maths is a general. And you have number of people passing elective maths, which will likely be the science students.
Sure.
And they be a business student from elective maths, no? But do na be fairly mathematics because home accounts for better, general for better, visual for better. Until omo elective maths, no? Omo you limited compared to the number writing the commas.
Nkwala no betimi fault ni bi betimi efin nkwala no because eneno discipline she the new hosa. Ese yeja so de ni nyina so ama teachers no. Awofo no aye so relax. Nkwala no adisua no enhyeda emfa wo mo ho sa because ye time no u free school mu ba oba ebi a wo be 30 minutes a wo de be ya de ofie na de be rest kakra uwie ya wo se kwa akotena se no akwa kosua de ene no maamefo no awofo ni bi okra mu nim ba bi o mo ma no wo nkwala ni bitimi free school mu on se double track no so no fa ba bi no eno so ma awofo no nkwala ni take advantage ewo double track no o ko fie kura ne time aso no obetimi akwa akose ba bi kura no onuru fie nti nkwala no will have their portion to be blamed what I say and awofo no so be take large one no so the same thing because omo reluctant omo responsibilities in ho a eno so moa teachers ni bi so wo ho no so a wo beka because and the teacher need to me teacher need co demonstration no aka kire ye say ye sika na ye hwehwe no say mo amfa amaye ya say ne classroom wo ye kotena ho no mo a ne say ye kire nkwala no ye nso ye kire nkwala no mo mpasse aten say video na e cover viral no wu ye so no enti no a proper investigations necessary we ye bie ye niam ye hu say eniema bi nko yie and going forward no ya anya careful so a sa niema we ade e ba be ha wo man ni yie pa so ade we ya aba na bie wo man ni yenyi politics in free me fear ne say ye be yi politics in free because say yenyi politics na in free mo de ya your educational system no enya de ya ye betimi enya no ye benya solid ye be boa because I said ye di bibia ba be ye politics na education so ye de be politics de anya ne ye koya na ye ba so omo set committee no na womunye deep investigations enhu ne atime de saa oye ne wei e de abre o man no na ye ntime nso ano ntem especially me sankrofo no omo afili no e den na ye wo mo ye be ma wo proper treatment bi e betimi ama omo akotwere ana normal of deck kokotwere we ntwa nti nso kotwere enu bi na obi e ba be ya na e koba ne saa de a e be problem but ye ya anum osuko na ya nhwe ye enhu ne de saa problem we ba ye ne ye tenetena ho dane ni sei dia ene ye de asem kese pa na bebre o man
mate mamimra ho but quickly answer about ho no the PTA general secretary national PTA general secretary Edin Komo me per se tie saa same way a wakan, and then we take it off from there. And Derek, why you ready? The General Secretary of PTA and someone wakan. You go, Derek.
Post-COVID, the government came out fighting PTAs, changing the PTA, trying to create the impression that nothing should happen in the school. Anything. So for some time now, PTA intervention in the schools have become the bread and butter issues, but not so much about infrastructure, not so much about this. It's about survival, and to the extent that it's shy. But I have to say it. The PTA's funds got to a point that it's even being used to support examination malpractices. Because the heads will come and tell you that, Master, we've gone to sign the performance agreement contract, that we need to deliver 100%. So whatever kwakwa means we have to do for the children to pass, we will do it for them to pass. And people were cashing in and doing all kinds of things. And who dare you say you are coming forefront to fight that thing? You are seen as a persona non grata. And that is how you saw that for the past 4 or 5 years, examination malpractices, especially at both the basic and senior high schools, went to a point that you knew what was going on. And this is not what we are. We are training our kids to be corrupt when they have not even gotten to any stage that they should be thinking about corruption. And they are not learning. They are not prepared to learn because they know that of our home in Yajuma and of our examination malpractice, and the parents will support it. And if others are doing it, if we don't do it, we'll be lagging behind. So, nipa nyina dane aboa, eso so dane aboa ni bian yesa, omo dane aboa mbeche wa eden awe. This is what is happening, and that is a fact.
That is
behind the scenes. We all talk about it. We are not happy about it.
Bachi mmesan da wase biem na machia party mpanyifo nyina titiri Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Asema da pona no ya think say asema de dika na mebɔ me bra panyina se wanfa politics ande amom bebre o kan senie o man ba ni be den evidence ankomo no mbo ya na da bia meka se you future leaders no is about omo mo ba akiri no na aso be future leader no wontimi nsori free fee prekomede e be future leader. You have to pass through a system education. And this education na chima bi ba ho a enya e say den ye kan ani breso. Na results we buy no ye da sore ya nipa sebi ene onam ebo apro delegates nto abamma no be to frank ama MPP honorable Adichum ono a former education minister no de na no bitum say eye the NDC government and I dey across this me name said the main canimpo across this massive failure as far as the wasi results na dey concern. Usa sutie bi mun so a ada Excellency John Dramani Mahama the policy bi aba I afraid the no fee stress policy no and in the santi no enam say mmofra na dodo na pass a mo be ko university amana bes na increase no budget ne be e be kese nti no ye omo fa kwan bi so feeling kwala no say ne be omo manya kwanya ko university no the number will be small san komo ni nyina de e ko so na dachi me so me bedwane mi nua no na e di komo no devoid of MPP and NDC because ana da bia meka say NDC say MPP one will always win ba ko na be win ba ko win a oba appoint executive ministers mo mo den a rule Ghana no so e den utim bi now the education system no free SHS idea one of the loudest policies are ban bi or the bed or the baba because even we 1992 constitution say Ghana ye ku yanim no emre be dura ye be den be free senior high school but nanado e na be den e dey say ne banti yemfa abasobo ne den emma no the fact say essentially ye good policy no and niema bebre free SHS na asanso mo education system
Obienya 40 wanya placement 52 no name.
See education problem na you know it start from now from the primary schools all the way to senior high school. Hey mimiti we me free Savannah region bole nkurase ni bi who makes my bone kurase be 40 like me can junior high no what me say community ABC no future be any ho obi wo JHS1 on timi spell excellent put the say heading on very good onim obi wo JHS2 while ye exercise am what team ya man ka say onko ye correction ba teacher na match actually scene on TSL that scene so JHS2 e tell me bisa mo say how e ba na say ni pana free and ko private schools no bi omo ya de na ko for class 2 ni anase class 3 ni do nim no even university ko adwum no mo kire sa niam no ento di na mo sa de free basic level no e de basic secondary school me so meti hey ana me kase ohun aban wo de free senior high school aba I don't know why say na be nom say obi bia obetwere BC results no
also nya school
e say go school how are we interested in quality or we're interested in quantity? I don't because mommy now not be interview mommy or science and math quiz also be a more you but when you don't identify by the belong to now we say then what bon we all cannot do the chi and poor and say you between the ISR e be say break say obi a professor or engineer ne ka say no two and our friend magazine or no say be okọ class no nya dio or na be fix say problem na man am na dia coffee. It means that tackle so it was speciality and no so field no and so man ya careful and you will call proper orientation me who akwa say we go school na say modern boy nya enso ania and then just say we are bana we you there's an area you can explore it be say okay 40 52 say body ye mo grade o unya school ben ne sense so cover the be friend self placement. A train we na sa first 2 days no all the cafe centers na bomba ye self placement who school be hard that with the greater respect standard no form 2 buildings na in the secondary school be the back dormitory class near chimbe is a different secondary school now my friend they are going through all this training free senior high school by double track yemfa bibia tonchen double track in the way so na amwa who had the contact hours now and more from when they stayed home more than in the class they stayed home more than in the class hey make my catch you say first year time they go school be a roughly and do 3 years in the papa and now to me quantify classes hour now from JHS1 SHS1 to HSS3 now make my catch you say ebe do afi back kro na edin calculate me go school 1 month 2 weeks no about fear better 3 months because he say no e show my you say let everybody go through who fail you who pass you obi economy so what is the motivation about me mention ade me admit we ask today I don't understand why I say aban say ma sakola ne ye mistake a manye mono first no mathematics edin monday ko be do na oyem hyeso because only master na ko share no monday ano and as science teacher no
to be for so
teacher na friend Mr. Buga
only for say the asia me say the friend senior sito the champion papa otimi bo mama ko ma be 40 ye ko tena bi se but the question man na fe no hu the answer because woni ni nyina because o mo watch say me class assignment na say class test no one twa bo be bo no and say de bi ni ho na mama ka say me first no na yeta yeko school no say once mo be twere wasi na yetimi invite why officer say ono mo be di nkomo ni yetimi bisa na senti ye ko twere so hwe areas be na ye de ye nhwehwe ni ye pe areas o and na me catch us all the question na kura ma akura na ompe some man answer so nsuan ompe or person ko write exam hall no invigilator efa marker eko twere ma no copy this is the level we have gotten to.
I think on Monday a teacher be sending me a message and or sending me a message as more catch him was it what they used to do and say be a math teacher on the day I actually maths no who invigilator into ma and they be a Greek teacher enebeko nti no so kita phone no a teacher nti hwe question na no atwa no they send e be a math teacher no the math teacher no so agia no answer nti e be a question 1 no aye question 2 no aye question 3 no aye nti waya no machiche mbe 4 na omo dia ma obi no dia bre invigilator no age nti ogie a e be a wo na ogira to ne dia ma nti wo tworo wi a na wo dia ma the next person no wo tworo wi a na also dia ma the next person so do you know I say when you do it like that the student are also excuse me to say omo bon ama instead of say bi anka we watch question 1 to ebia 5. And I won't mark question 5 in your question 1 or when you say they'll copy the same thing and it's a wood examination paper because you take it according to the index number. The same thing and I would can't do
it. Now, say, when you are the cry, serious, only one surprising thing. English, now, actual letter, no. Ubokom, no, not face 20 students, the only actually the same
letter.
The same thing.
So now, where do we have to? He for the say anymore and neighbor. Me there me say, I buy no free exchange a good thing. He says, "Select mama say all the reforms about." Yen the same the time no. O try no meet all the criteria now. Free exchange na o call free. O kwa. Yen sanso ye the make sure say teacher o former the teacher has the right to discipline you. Maybe some teachers take advantage of the but it can be regulated.
The idea of free SHS no crime as a misuse because as some partners say come out for ni be chat and so sika
yes.
That was the idea.
That was the idea.
But you see,
there are people who pass
and
they can't go.
They can't go because of money.
But politics is the same. Both NDC MPP.
Yes.
Because so what the MPP for the make argument they say, okay, free SHS no. Why ban the internet fee? The one channel. Who kind of crunch say, "Oh, ban the channel one demand chat." And in the sense, we be on somewhere there and go tribute no. Because I ban the policy, we ban me ban the arm benefit or no one lose votes. Until there is hard ya. Obianko.
Because I think that it is time why I think it's somewhere in 2015-2016 the introduction of rewriting of BEC
yes
say I can say utro BEC no one cha the next year no year mau why better mau the opportunity to go and rewrite.
Yes.
So I think we should go back to that.
Yes,
so the students who go to school no you know say we ebia you find say try okay worst case scenario when you are 25 days.
Yes, at least because the first number you say 6 or 5 or just like when you 6 or end of there.
Until every
5 6
yes
30
you first say be when you 7 or any of the eyemu we fail you want to me nko obi a 1 year 7 be 2 and 3 want to me nko or say we sa ko twirobio so that at least in koda because secondly and the Kabuno can say because of the double track instead of them to even learn they are on TikTok.
Yes.
Making videos now. Social media is abound, so Nkodano do not even have the time to stick to their books. They are always on social media. And how do we make sure say this thing we are able to do it and do it well?
So it boils down to the disciplinary there. These policies can run, but discipline must be installed in the schools. You might teach for no coin under regulation. First, now me time say a teacher won't even more than 6. I mean that's fine because you can not teach to so walk away. Don't say no, out of proportion. You must have the encoso. Hey, it's about the mindset too. Until now, but from the free junior high school or secondary school, so how you need say me pass you, me feel you, me come and so the motivation from the word go no, it's not even there.
It's not there.
Now, omoka reforms now you can okay. He says let's buy no. Now, with the Mammy Class agenda we about no free trade policy no. Last year, His Excellency make a budget and also releases 300 million Ghana cedis. Oscar will release you. Say young fan koso or momoko tertiary institutions in across all levels, both nursing and nurse teacher and the university. 300 million Ghana cedis. And my one color more than 150,000. Now, we no. So who call nursing training college no allow no sanji 462 million Ghana cedi o release ye tuya ni nyina koye who call teacher training no 262 million Ghana cedi ekoye. These are money paid and then when I hear people say that because of some no I'm entering my banner there I feel last year no numbers increase abani and then etimi tuya this year buy no was allocated 537 million Ghana cedi say mu bia number twa metma ko tertiary institutions no you emphasize the way enco so much under the guise of what called the no free stress policy no 537 million Ghana cedis Nation trainer allowed no 462 million Ghana cedis last year. No, this year was signed because they said the numbers will certainly go up, or they call 474 million Ghana cedis.
Don't you think that we are playing too much politics so far as our education is concerned?
It's not politics. Mami tell Adibi, they didn't say any politics. They say first no. They are the from the get fund. And share rollers when they buy. Say it should tackle or call educational activities in Ghana, both infrastructure. And your politics, so it is the truth. Yen you buy no. Ono mo diko si awa. You wadi be friend the Yama Capping and Realignment Act no. Say statutory fund, say get fund, to say road fund, to say NHI fund no. Ye be on capi. It will go under the guise of get fund na. Seka na Ghana na yetoe de yejije no na itime my best 7.6 billion Ghana cedis. MPP was not given full amount to no more 3.6 billion Ghana cedis. Sa 3.6 billion Ghana cedis no. And now say dey akosi awo no. E say we dey who try a service emma a vehicle called Dachi PLC about 62%. Nti ye no. Now be 1.2 billion e dey eneko Ghana Educational Fund. So infrastructure it was not there. Here is essentially John Dramani Mama ban. We enya politics it is the hard truth. Oba no say there be sa can ma absorb it this time round no every fund behind the any full allocation in the last year no get fund was getting around 8 billion Ghana cedis. Free senior high school kwan last year had 3.5 billion Ghana cedis. Say young fango free senior high school kwan o we no sanso man say ni enu dey the enye to sustain free senior school or some 1 billion Ghana cedis.
Let me ask you let me ask you this in principle. Payment of nurses and nurses allowance, teachers allowance. Have we not gotten to a time where these things are in the colonial days and these things should pass?
To be very honest with you, very honest, say it is difficult for parents to cater for kids at secondary school. It is not out of order. Say abanye de it is animal number. And then be say Ghana say payment.
Was that the reasoning for which those allowances were introduced?
Yes, first no, you see I think the beginning now I overheard someone say people were not even motivated to go to motivation. Yes. Yeah, this has kind of the moment to motivate them. But the numbers went increase and a bit financially constrained. Say and I will find it difficult because ubu ha who could trust fees ni we are getting money to sustain them no and day and there be a make say Ghana ye nyeme ye jai corruption in nyama sa 300 million Ghana cedis 474 million Ghana cedis it does not have any impact on our revenue on our national coffers. It doesn't, because if Sabako for echo year by way of a charge the born by the Attorney General by way of national service scandal say 2.5 billion Ghana cedis. You are talking about 537 million Ghana cedis. You are talking about 2 million Ghana cedis. No, because those people also they are also Ghanaians. They also matter. Maybe who they say all these things are near my banner there. Aye, this young Kwano who get fund about 9.9 billion Ghana cedis. Yes, see, Sansu use 2 billion to stop what call double track to end it.
But that's it.
And you know, so our politics no say be a numbers. No, it is neither here nor there because the data and the fact does not support that. Yeah, but yeah, politics, but these are the hardcore what realities are.
Thank you. And right, and more lunch, more amendment, friends, a constitution. At the amendment occasion, and the general secretary of the party has the reason to say, sir, the NDC are failed in the fight against Galamsey. Or can someone who do? To even to the extent say he was even calling on the media, say if the media would not stand up and speak when the tables turn, always that is a wrong figure of speech to say the tables will turn. The tables will never turn. Tables are inanimate objects, they never turn. It is the human beings around the table that decide to turn. And so when the human beings around the table turn, the media can never come against or to even question the MPP government. Justin Kodia.
Yes. And then they are doing 100%. Also, they say Galamsey, that's a quite normal. This will be and come once in Bimu. A papa say, Ye Jim, say, Eme, and ye do me or home behind you.
Is it not because Abia are buying air fighting? Until you must abandon air fighting.
I am West, I'm said media for now more bread. Because in any 3 days, and now more convener our Joy FM. Erasmus. Donc, at the two, you are saying almost 80% of NDC members are involved in Galamsey. 80%. It is a say now, Papa is a professor. This professor. MPP Mukraymo. I say the government has legalized Galamsey through
Professor Dai.
Through gold board. It is a gold board. No. Now, who are you? Yes, I say unya gold. No. Main way na stream na say so woman gold. No. Unya. It is why we saw to say auto Galamsey no gold no every Galamsey yes no. It is gold board no abe a form of legalization of Galamsey. And yet the two memoir. It is a say no Galamsey no yabreu. Me do Galamsey na me emotional. Because you see, Satan na near power. Oh, shed the enthusiasm, oh, shed the power. Na ye de can Galamsey once more memoir to the sense that Nanado Danko Kufuado is so wicked. And when you near Galamsey no, a cosoma ye forest in ye will say, baby, I'll be for Bia na Galamsey. The Galamsey no na ye the most we are eating my lose election can say power memoir. But she say no there, I say ya can ya break. Na yet to woman mu abanya oba and then the policies and the choir obefa so fight Galamsey woman mu ha na ye putu no into his toes nya kire ne niema o kan so obeya otimi nya kukuduro be ka kire ye say niema na ye kan go and check my manifesto, go and check our manifesto say sansem na wo kan no our manifesto no mu a so oman no ye mfa oman no mu nipa na ne ye wo nyina serious. Say you fire serious pa. You are John Dramani Mahama. Act in our parliament. Airline. On my time or cast would be year through. They be a bar almost on my 120 days. I was so be airline 2462 nephew. You know, Cassay. I quite a watch me. Would the card call parliament is all monko amended. And then penny for the Ghana for 2 or 1 goon so say, and yet no now catch a Ghana for so obey. And was say 360 back catch say by year rain co ending near his airline nephew. It's yen for politicians and some more cano or mind the funny serious. Now on my ye Timinia Kukudro because DC and DC member Timmy Bayer audio. Etime beka se DC ye Galamsey no what the drip machine kura ye Galamsey DC ne da so to ho ye investigation bi akran fa no ho ye to wo say na akoye normal Galamsey na akoye ade bi a say aye normal ntino mo obi enka ye nse o man ni so ni asase ese ya anasa na o man ya yetim iti dache me no to ho pay wo de ye nka no correct MPP ni be na be hunu so ye Galamsey NDC ni be hu na obetranse se mo hu se me ye Galamsey mi gu wa ban ani mu ase aban na o tisu sese no so hu se me na ya wa meti ha yi me ye illegal mining and se me ye Galamsey se obeba me so full force because on tra ho ma me mu na ban ani mu ase
two things that say be or benefit from their wo ye no
no
so on benefit the obey expose me answer
it is there me ba me ka kire o say when it comes to security to fight Galamsey, Erisha Wansem president. It is a president who say me ye Galamsey. Nasa wa ma mechemia. Either say the party ni me or benefited direct from me Galamsey na me ye no to obesha me hanya mama ye. It is say sanity. Now this is called Public Account Committee. Or say or starting say O to Galamsey for no so sano. Fair site or ko e dey constituency chairman ne ba. A site then tokwa omo ne ne kun wo honom no na nya asem ketwa wo NDC ni a wo aban aba party mu aba ban mu a wo beboa no Galamsey no say wo man wo beboa no ono no de wono ne papa ne nuanum nyina no omo kra na ye Galamsey ne kase nti Galamsey ne de se de ye nua ye general secretary kan da charge nsem wo ye nka no kra wo man mu ha na ye nhwe kwaya ye befa so ye betimi asolve this menace agensem enti obi ye bi sisi omo ye Galamsey na ba be ye business bi a emu oda amama no ne fo nyina tie bram okoko dibo ani Togo ni ade a omo nyina tie sim no omo ba omo kuta weapons
akɛse ankasa na mo sifo eba o me ka kyerɛ sɛ weapons so ankrofo ni kura no ɔmo ankasa kura no ɔmo de ani so agye nsɛm na obia ho nyɛ me wanwa sɛ saa current minister we wayama ayama ya sɛ me hu no sɛ wɔno na yɛayɛ ne minister sɛ ɔmo yɛ kwan ne yɛ forest ɔmo ho bai because ɔmo opposition no na wɔwɔ proper ideas ɔno ne first person a wɔka sɛ yɛn call for state of emergency na me ayɛ ni nyina yɛayɛ ni nyina o start from Yewura John Dramani Mahama time sɛ ɔmo start sɛ operation stop galamsey no o start wɔ ne time ɛna ba ya aba na nado the same trend na ne nyina ya follow so now no ya exhaust to saa ne mani nyina the best the last na aka ɛne sɛ yɛbɛ call state of emergency ɛna wanya power what ne wa no o say mo de niema mo wɔ proper ideas mo pese mo exhaust ni nyina ansana mo aba state of emergency no so that thing o ma we here team na ya nhwe yi a politicians ya nhwe yi a one day on eniema ebesu wo ma mu ha wo yeso na nya sam keto but I say you take opportunity wo situation bi a ekoso at a particular time ni a capitalize on it ni the about the electoral vote ye really ni e de no akwa to nche. It's so sad and we should be very careful. Galamsey anu aniamu ye anu bi na Nana Danko Akufo-Addo no oye. And so Yewura President John Dramani Mahama ekogina achabi say Nana Addo ne MPP aban enya wo mo na eye Galamsey na ka wa stop Galamsey no. Sam George no okuje to abraka say John Dramani Mahama Yewura President o win elections o here 2 weeks so o be stop Galamsey wo mamu a ya ka say ye nyina ye nkamum na ye nyina ye nsofo both NDC and MPP Sam George no okuje to abraka ka kire wo mamu a say ye nyeje Ghana to mfa ma NDC fo ye jeje to ne de ma Yewura Akufo-Addo ni MPP aban nti wo mo na eso wo fight Galamsey na nya wo mo NDC fo a ye nyeje to ma wo se say wa babam eto wo Ghana ha nyina ye jeje ma no enti excuse baby em na mo wo se mo betimi asolve Galamsey issue no mo fight amaye enti that eye me ya se wo mo ntro bi a erikopoku enso aba bedi
cheden
amanfo aye research aka kire say ye ni ane dodo na ye di wo mamu ha no Galamsey na mana ye ama sign ne sa niema no afeti ye ni aba na ye bia no wa ba be ka kire say sa research ni nyina ye momu be bia ni bia ni wonu a asay say ye bia ni nyina ye kama me no ka say wo to tomatoes di gu fridge mu a egu mu na bro wo hu bi da that thing wo di kontomire ese fridge mu a na bro wo hu bi da me phone ba ko da ka no badum me twitwa ni nyina sa me ba me de be ba be kyewo entosi ya to gu fridge mu na entosi enyadoa no di gu mu no edi 3 days aye black kami hu ye enyadoa kra de odi gu fam a first no wo bo se etwon momo a ense yo ba bo se na momo a ba gu fridge mu dia edi 1 month kra e fresh
ya no nya fertilizer ni ye de ana nro ni ye de
nro no it is ye ka se nro no say ye ni abana who as minister a great minister no who ti me just like with no scientific proof bia e be kan tell ye say ebiano na omo kan ye mungu me wa no me tontosi na me hu se tontosi na say ya me hu enye Mr. Erikopoku ana honorable Erikopoku ene baba be ka tell me say me tontosi na mato na egu fridge mu a say no enye enuro no na e ma ne say na efiri na say
that's it
and then the politics say wo man say
that's it
oh
I reho say who say MPP ni eti before the microphone can issues about Galamsey. I dem be some who say I mean what kind of politics na ye say honorable Sam George eka say Ghana fu ntuato ma NDC a omu tuato de ma MPP a no dika di nti okasa ne say yeti krom ha ena mu minister responsible for lands and natural resources honorable Abu Jinapo Damango MP ebe ka kire ye say Numeri forest na akonta mine call ho ye adwuma ne they do not have mining permit to go there when ye nipo di kan be yi ebe defend akonta mine enye minister o it is the president of the land, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. And the Bejina CMP to catch Ghana for say the minister ne can or control na contaminant they are not engaged in illegal mining. And once who appointed environmental minister in the person of Professor from Bombwatin. Okoye report it was so damning to your government. What this happened report they could share papers in 2 good years. Media house no longer send the publishing here. The other one in the kind. Or some Mwamu party, especially in the case of his the late man on forest my friends former secretary. Say John, that it was only a purported fight. They were willing out as and when someone to call cabinet. Now President Nakajim say, you hold on. I did change no more testing and my mining permit. What the LI 2642? Eh, dear day. Eh, after you call Parliament call pass say, ye man who quite man for ye you forest reserve. Why not they buy a MPP under your time? Minima day, I don't see anywhere you can say. Yeah, you can say 120 days na LI 246 can you know. But in any case, you buy the first thing you say, LI 246 no. It works in conjunction with 13 parent laws. One critical thing is our money payment. Now you say, "Ngofo ya more forest reserves." No, you buy the first thing you say you free. Say free na ekono. Say we are president to, we are minister. Who ni who concept? Who man directive say, "Yenko ye mining our forest reserves and ye free." Meaning we can say, parliament before say parliament to go on recess. No, you better replace the whole act in entirety. And to we MPP ni na nyema we koso wa breso you could not advise your president na we better them I can wait in an area ho but in any case let me proceed now no let me make it now Ghana before say baba no upe omaya na excavators do so krum ha pa na Ghana who excavator they are the edika bo adwum ka kire the first thing that comes in my galamsey mama breso it was a hap na the ba and this aba na yatima a system a track sa yiri nyina he ma me nua ntia say NDC for yenye angels omunya angels so and the bia say wa mbra no ho den obi bia obefum bia no the law will deal with him and to our president say or the way to say we NDC new we MPP new who koye galamse ni achiwa mbra no obedi in the time pass na ntesa it was not like that and who can na say you ekosi wa ye Afo. Member of Parliament no. He was arraigned before they say Emma money bill. That alone is a signal. He says to delegation momo koho. Then are you not surprised for the first time say you are seeing a different form of galamsey? It tells you that 9 months now His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the minister they buy no they are really working. And it now you are seeing community resistance. And the the policy it will go through various stages of what? Evolution. Transformation before we get the end results. First, Sanyama was not even dented. Nay, who had a friend no community resistance no. Emmanuel Sanji on say and then 9 months for a catcher say foreigners call about the weapons at the back. And no one should tell you say oh that alone is an admission say 9 months is really fighting galamsey. But what will we do again? Me my honest opinion they say the fight against galamsey no we should involve more of the community. Because now the government record is there for everyone to know. Say a ban the commitment level in fighting galamsey there is out there for everyone to know. Oh, can about gold board and yet a novelty, a transformation something. Momentan friends, and your PMC. It's only a policy idea, but this time around, gold board should only be the legal institution. I will say about talk Ghana gold at their money so that they give us more forest. That's basically gold board. Mebuana. And you new thing, I said, John, and to your professor, man, catch or say, a my legal galamsey. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. And for the first time, gold board is putting up a sophisticated system. You be tracing gold and say, we're free illegal, and I say, free illegal. That is the doing of gold board. Yet when you call budget no His Excellency John Dramani Mahama time I moko share media for no 9 months for the country say they need resources. Minister now allocated 150 million Ghana cedis to 9 months and after in the fight against galamsey go board there who can donate 5 million Ghana cedis 5 pickups say we are fighting galamsey. The point we are making is say galamsey no now what for the first time you can see that the government of the day no has demonstrated that will of fighting galamsey. What do we do going forward? We need to engage the communities because they make us say we call communities na macho man no bano omo free by they are around there. Government should give them good incentive because say if yeah, catch us even 150 million naira the coin no. 9 more focus say it's not even a year. Anything in the end of a year. It means that huge or budget allocation by the Ebeko. Yeah, first part of the scandal. Let's empower those community boys no, because they know what mining there. Then that can be the conversation. On to ban all the science idea about there, and then no bad. But what better and I ask like more time, more you. What do you do?
But if we be sense on the time, that is the reason why the Ghanaian people went to the polls to vote for you.
Precisely.
The Ghanaian people analyzed or fighting against Galamsey, and they saw that the MPP is not fit to fight the Galamsey.
Good.
They voted for you. In opposition, you say within the space of 2 weeks, if you are willing to fight Galamsey, you would fight it and end it. The people have now voted for you. Maybe probably in opposition, now were all the ideas to be able to fight it. And I'm kind of Ghana for it and supreme normal amount. For a Ghanaian, the opposite who is an nation.
Yes.
Well, but in fact, EPA Abase, they want to dechemicalize the water. They Ghana for huna and say, oh, you see, no, Uncle Bray first, no, 2 Galamsey room, and this is by within the space of 1 year, 1.5 years, you won't say issue, no, any that is what Ghanaians are looking for. It is results, no, because you've never seen Obia all 200 meters in the middle of the race in Yabon in 7 months. It is when you end the race. It is the result that the people are looking for.
So thank you very much. Let's even forget about Sobi Kase 2 weeks. Or say 200 meters they don't clap for you in the three of us. 100 meters in NDC to know. We forget about the Obi about 2 weeks. Point na make catch I want to say. Deja Ghana for to abana no. Ghana you 288 foreign reserves. Before say abana 44 no. Na Galamsey ide e will impact ya didim. 9 of them was even a red zone for Ghanaian. Police ne Ghana police no, we cannot even have access. Identity because illegal miners for now do Ghana police in Ukraine who are the backing of the constitution and the NDC you are reclaiming all those forests back and you be an Becca era source as a dankona to boni dino on the Becca's actually and also blue water guys now work on they are protecting the water bodies who can say declare a state of emergency. You catch yourself all these critical areas about the forest no you are declare security zone. You see who the spokesperson, government communicator, that's Honorable Felix Ofosu-Kwakye. Ebeka just ampa. But upon advice, other opportunities declaring state of emergency, we see another options and a lot of options you bet my exploit to win the fight against Galamsey. Into this security zone Abba. And when you go to fret, EP for quite tears him when Omuko Galamsey, Emanano Kromko Krofon, their life was being under threat, true or false. Who called the forestry commission boys no? They are also fighting it. 9 more say here Juma police task force led by IGP they are also fighting. So the point is that Galamsey remains a survival imperative. I've always said because so never feel MPP na say nimse me NDC no eyensu food dey okay ampa but the point is that men betraham and cast an aspersion as though say by me the NDC bia we see have a long way to go as far as Galamsey then concerned but the NDC commitment in fighting Galamsey no on mark it is out there. Of course there's still more room for improvement like okay no until say you better na kamu ye kufia ko say yensu na niate no Galamsey will not be an issue that will end today. It will always be an issue that will continue but His Excellency Dramani Mohammed and the fight against Galamsey in India.
1 minute traffic.
Abra Nanado Danko Kufuado. Oba Bidiade na yenye Galamsey Ugruma.
Yeah, Galamsey.
You see, NDC for Ankasa na sebe minu ya yinka ho. Omo ni nguade.
Meka ho ade da menga ho.
Me you. Ode woni nguade. Omo ni nguade. In fact, say me what sansem we be na team say Ghana for NDC for Ankasa omo mfa Ghana for serious. Say ni omo ka say ye wo arefie no. Em say sa na omo dwen ye. Wa asem a na wo mitirimu a me be kan nyina na obusa mi nua no. Na nyamenhira wo yo mamba pa. Because ansana ye be kwa akoto aba bia no. Party bia no e wo social contract a wona Ghana for assign. Na Ghana for the contract ni mienu no social contract ni mienu no atoto nsani ani na omo awe na omo hu se de ahin na be bo oman no Ghana for say mo de na mo de be kire wo mo no eno na be bo oman no nti omo munya mu gidie na omo to aba na de maam
brana wo ye niema no wo hu so eniema na ye west asai esene MPP time na wo beto ye na ye busa ho asem a wo se an MPP for mo te so no no mo nye bi
what the guys say
Jesus Christ
I say in which way
say yensuo ni nyina ye
west asking what is the measure
MD Ghana Water MD was say the galamsey issue no deep into the extent say e so serious ya we ye be affect industrialization
is that the first time omo kasa asking we
me say MD wow MD wo Ghana NDC John Dramani Mahama Yewura president ni MD awafa no Watahiru guy me ref ni wakilo sama yes wano na some odi aba betu dwa no so meaning say galamsey issue no aye west
you are not getting you
no I'm not getting you because you are not trying to solve the issue rather you are posting blames to the past government which is so bad.
Galamsey is a compounded problem
not don't you know who opposition now
the MD ni can say the impact is nobody's there
but you say Nana do Danko Akufo-Addo ni MPP and na galamsey no ti say
enyem na make say who minister be catch you say akonta mines any mining permit to go and mine na president be catch say
national organizer NDC yes we galamsey ama you go kura to say their friend
Professor from what the report but
national organizer
it was your own party members and then catch Ghana for say Nana do not have the paper to find Galamsey all those new videos back let's say one central region or catch say party yes can go to Galamsey have you heard that under the NDC
yes
where
Metrobi great national organizer of NDC yes Oye Galamsey one day first hold on one day first vice chairman yes omo atiati mo omo angasa omo Ye Galamsey ama yoko kwa after omo and investigation that is a good instinct no and party because I gymnastics and I'm watching that who so here president to say original must be tribute.